the 2018 Toyota AFL Premiership season. Thanks to Metal West Recycling, the scrap metal specialists, and Yes Loans. They say yes more often. 6PR is football.
Well, they got rid of his opponent there in Cole. Jetted back to Bagley. He hooks on goal. Bombers playing really well. Here's an opportunity now for Yo. He looks slow. A slow Yo.
Quick hands were good to Cole through the middle of the ground. Now to Cripps. West Coast building from 60. Long towards the goal line. Has it got the legs? It does. And West Coast finally find that goal they've been searching for. Slips a handball through to Gaff. His kick, let's touched by Hooker. Let's sit on the line. West Coast player. Oh, has he touched it? Or has he got some on it? Scott Lycett.
Oh, no.
That is remarkable. Scott Lycett with a moment to forget in that third quarter of West Coast. Just 2 goals, 12-24 to three-quarter time. Essendon 9-7-61, 6PR 3 AW football. Let's get some stats. Thanks to Homestart, they are the first home buyer specialist. Steve Allen.
And that is the lowest score to three-quarter time for West Coast since round 5 back in 2004 against Carlton at Princes Park. The good news is that West Coast won the third quarter by 3 points. They're winning the free kick count 28-14. But talk about making them pay. From turnovers, Essendon have scored 7 goals, 3-45. West Coast, 0 goals, 9. Gaff, the leading possession winner for West Coast with 25. Merritt with 23 for the Bombers.
Stringer kicked 3 goals for Essendon all in the first quarter. Devon Smith's got a couple for Essendon as well. Luke McFarlane, your thoughts so far?
No, look, I think they had their best chance of getting back into this game in the third quarter, and Steve Allen just mentioned the stats. So they've had their opportunity. I don't think they can get anywhere. They're not going to win this game. Essendon have done the damage early, and they'll continue on.
Well, final quarter underway for Cinepec Premium Lubricants is in the middle. Natanui straight down to Yo. Quick ball up to the 50. Ryan was there, snatching at it. Rioli in the vicinity too. Lycett got it back to Shuey. Bounced off one, not the second. Could have been holding the ball. Then from outside 50, Lycett goes long. McGovern is forward to start this final quarter.
Yeah, seen him going deep forward. And give him the full 20 minutes. If they're going to have a chance to win, well, throw it all out there. If you're going to lose by more, well, at least you don't die wondering.
Short and wide ball fumbled by Heppel over the boundary line.
Put Adam Yo into the middle. He got that first clearance. So a little bit of energy, and Shuey as well getting a clearance. So up and about, West Coast.
Ball thrown in just inside the 50 for the Eagles. Natanui after it. Fumbled, lost it. Yo in there, still fighting for it. Natanui got a handball out. Merritt. And Guelphy will clear it away for the Bombers. A high one. There's a free kick coming back to Essendon. Just gives us a chance to update what's going on over there in Russia. And it is Denmark already with a 1-0 lead. Game hasn't been going that long. They scored inside 7 minutes thanks to Eriksson, who was the goal scorer there for Christian Eriksson for Denmark. So not the start the Socceroos are wanting, but Van Marwijk going with the exact same starting 11 as he did in the game against France. Essendon out of defence. Long up to the wing. McDonald, Tip and Woody had it knocked away from him. Let's go down to the boundary. Check the benches with Frizz Ferguson for Coates High. Anything happening much down there, Frizz?
Jake Stringer has started this quarter on the bench, and he did have a chat to the doctors and was pointing at his right foot.
Thanks very much. Frizz Ferguson down there. It's been a relatively injury-free night for SKG Radiology for both sides so far, as Guelphy sends the ball long up to the 50. Knocked down by Shepherd. McDonald, Tip and Woody after it. Schofield wrestling. Almost held on to. Eagles under pressure in defence. It's locked back in under the pack, and it is going to be a ball up. We think. No, it's just spilled out the side of the pack. Gathered by Devon Smith, who's allowed to just wheel around. He loops a handball to Guelphy now outside the 50 of the Bombers. Awkward ball back to the square. The bounce is crucial, and it goes the Bombers' way. Everything's coming up trumps for Essendon tonight, and it just broke at right angles. And Guelphy has kicked the goal. The young man out of WA lands a big blow to start this final quarter. The Bombers 10-7-67. The Eagles 2-13-25.
Well, you said it, Paps. Everything's gone their way tonight, the bounce on that occasion for Guelphy. But how about the time and space Devon Smith had just to arc around? No one really came at him or put any pressure on him, and Guelphy able to get his hands on the footy and kick a goal that just bounced the right way.
Look, he came from the back of the contest there by himself. He had time and space. West Coast, again, probably trying too hard, but sucked into the contest. Got to have some football smarts. Yes, Carl. You're laughing.
I just picked myself up off the grass downstairs with about 10 other blokes with Lysett having the windy. Hey, you don't reckon that's going to be same for the rest of his time? Funny. Anyway, here's Conor McKenna. He's in half back now. Bombers
too easy. Look at his
run. Look at his run. Couple of bounces. Kicks a nice pass. No, not quite. Fantasia. He's got plenty of pace too. Fantasia. Ratio. And pass comes back. Myers tackled Yo. Ball in the air. Natanui got a little tap on it. Knocked in the Cripps direction. Cripps knocked it back to Natanui. Oh, beautiful tackle. Knocked free. Sard now dodges and weaves. Gives it off to his teammate there in Fantasia. He goes to the pocket in the air. Nice mark by McKernan.
Play on.
It's play on. Okay. So McKernan snaps it back to the goal square. Brown and Hearn. Hearn and Brown. And in the end, to the line with a fist Hearn, and it's 10-7 to 2-13.
Yeah, we see on the camera electronic replay, McKernan, I reckon that was a mark, Carl.
It is.
That is a mark.
Was it touchdown field or something?
No, it wasn't. It was,
no, that was a mark.
That was a mark.
It was. It was perfect. Look, camera electronic. Replays don't lie, do they? You'll find camera electronic in a couple of great locations, Stirling and Murray Streets here in Perth. Get in and see the team, cameraelectronic.com.au if you want to Google them, have a bit of a look online. Wow, so nothing going right for the Eagles. They haven't helped themselves, though, to be honest. I still can't help it. I struggle to get off the turf down there. Here we go. Trying to keep it serious. Here's a kick by Redden out of defence. The ball's rolling away from Goddard. Goddard hand passes over the top. Here's Conor McKenna. Goes inside there now. So Rioli got him holding the footy. Another free kick to the Eagles, perhaps. He take it away.
Right, the jig there not really working for McKenna. And Rioli will receive the free kick.
Just didn't overcommit. Just waited to see which way he was going to move, and then at the right time just came forward and laid the tackle.
You never take on a Rioli, do you?
Good switch.
You never take
Good switch by West Coast as they find it out to the wing. Hearn then to Marston. Crowd urging him to go forward. McCraw on a long lead inside. 50's got it. And to work hard, the veteran. But he got across into the right forward pocket. He's taken it hard up against the boundary line.
6th mark inside 50. You know the Eagles, I think, have taken the last 4 marks inside 50. Bombers are still stuck on 11.
Accuracy has been the issue. Not the only one, but a major one for West Coast tonight as the crowd just redoes the laces. 2 goals, 13 they've kicked tonight. Second still ticking down on the scoreboard.
They paused it at 17. Now it's gone again, perhaps.
It's because he put the ball down. So time back on. As Lacroix has his shot. Right forward pocket on the boundary line. Tight angle. And he's missed. Gave it a good ride, but he's missed. 2 goals, 14 now. The Eagles, 10 goals, 7. The Bombers, 67 plays 26. Final quarter for Sinopec Premium Lubricants.
They've had one less scoring shot than Essendon, but they're losing by 50 points.
Yeah, McGuinness 3 points, 2 to Lysett. And there's plenty of other players that have had shots tonight and missed. So it is the Bombers now. Langford drilled into the turf. Good tackle. Free kick. Another one to the Eagles. So they are racking them up. This could be a record, free kicks for. What is the record, Steve?
Oh, nowhere near it.
Well, it's number 30, isn't it? It's 30 to 15.
I'll look it up, but it is nowhere close.
Yeah, well, we've still got how long we got to go? We've still got 15 minutes to go. Come on. You come up with useless stats all the time. Give me one. We love our team, though.
Well, the worrying one is their accuracy, Carl, because they're on world record pace for least accurate performance.
Okay, home start. They are the first home buyer specialists. The stats from great Steve Allen as he goes on goal. It's offline. Guess what? Another point. Make that 2-14 to 10-7. Last quarter scoreboard is for Sinopec Premium Lubricants. They keep your world moving. That's what they need. A good lube, the Eagles, don't they, right now?
Ball long out of defence. Kicked out to half-back. Bill Chambers got hands to it. Heppel, Bagley, Bombers under pressure, going by hand. Heppel still after it. Good tackle by Redden. Sard to McGrath. Redmond, he slipped the tackle of Rioli. They're going sideways, but they've still got control of it. A couple of Eagles collide. Now it's with Merritt, left half back for the Bombers. Good kick up to Langford.
Again, it's just their foot speed. They're able to get themselves out of trouble.
And this kick They switch it back through the middle of the ground. Has been so dangerous. It's really opened the game up. Goddard puts it out into the path of Bagley, fumbling it initially, but controlled it to his advantage. Kick inside 50. Shepherd just got in front of Stringer to knock it away. Stringer still going after it. It spills to Schofield. Tackled. And he slipped that. Able to get it back to Hearn. West Coast backtracking. Cole over to arch the back, get out of trouble, and go in short to Elliot Yeo.
Got good nimble movement, hasn't he, in that confined space, Cole?
Yep. And he's improving in that area, Cole.
Yeah, down to Jeddah. Jeddah's opponent slipped over Sard onto his posterior, and Jeddah just ran away. Gave it off to Lycett, off to Shuey, now to half-foot and Ryan. He just done the sneaky come on the interchange. He can kick to Lacroix. He's backtracking. He's only 20 out. He's got a man drifting pass. Oh, they can stuff this up, could they? Nah. They've got a goal. The Eagles, amazingly, have got a goal. Rioli has kicked the Eagles third. 3:15 to 10-7.
Got one for you, Carl.
Yeah.
The world record for the most free kicks in a game is 72. Now, that happened back in 1971.
For
South Melbourne won 72 free kicks for their total score on that day. 3 goals, 15-33.
Oh, Steve, you're so happy, weren't you,
that's
Steve?
the home stuff.
The home by specialist.
He waited
He's
for
produced.
that. He wouldn't even let me and Luke come in. He just took command. Want to see more of that, Steve Allen.
6PR, 3AW football.
Moment in the sun. He did it well.
For Metal West Recycling and Yes Loans, we hope you're enjoying the coverage. We're trying to make the most out of it. We're trying to see the lighter side. But the Bombers been really good. Let's see what happens here.
So the Eagles, 3 goals, 15-33. The Bombers, 10-7-67. Out of the middle West Coast. Get a quick kick forward from Hutchings. Bouncing ball, Waterman tried to knock it on, but it ricochets to Sard. Half-back Essendon. Loops a handball over the top for Heppel. Not a lot to go to. So he pulled the kick back in. It was a good one in the end. And he's found Bagley. Just forward of the logo on the wing. Brown continue to push forward, and he'll mark it now left half forward. West Coast getting some numbers back. Inside defensive 50. Brown's just going to send it to the hot spot. Looking for a leaper. McKernan to the front. Arms almost chopped. And waiting down. Devon Smith through the traffic will roll through a goal. West Coast worked so hard to get one at their end, and the Bombers get an immediate response.
When you got a big player like McKernan, which I felt he should have got a free kick, he was impeded in that marking contest at Paul of the jumper. But Devon Smith, 3 goals tonight, one of the best players on the ground. His work rate's been superb. Gets to the front of the contest. He's tucked him back there, but anyhow, the result's the same for the Bombers, who will go on and win this game. Well done, Devon Smith.
Been a great pick-up for the Bombers. 11-7-73 Essendon. West Coast 3-15-33 on the Cinepec Premium Lubricant scoreboard.
Just had too much space again at that stoppage. It looked like he didn't really have an opponent, or was just trailing him in, but he was able to just get boot to ball quickly and dribble it through. So he's had a really good night, Devon Smith.
Look at
enjoyed that celebration.
Smith, Sard, Stringer, Guelphy, Redmond. Those new players that are into this Essendon lineup, and they've been pretty good for the large part. That group of blokes has been getting better as the season's gone on. In Sard's case, in my view, he's stuffed it up a couple of times, but for the most part, he's shown some good dash and composure as Merritt gives a hand pass. Guelphy through traffic, hacks one inside 50, floating ball, awkward to mark. Down there, Stringer. He gets away, can he? No. Cole's got him by the foot, shook him off. What's that? It's a free kick, legged. I did say I had him by the foot. Cole's tackle slipped down around the foot, so Jake Stringer to go back to have a shot in goal number 4.
Well, he's such a powerful athlete, isn't he, Jake Stringer? Just kept his feet, kept twisting and turning, and was able to win himself a free kick on that occasion.
So Jake Stringer, 3 goals in the first quarter. He's on target for 12. 3 goals, 1. His 5th shot. What can he do? He's only about 25 out. 55-degree angle. Stringer in, and he misses, hooks it across the face, so a minor score. 3 goals, 2, 20 for Stringer, and that takes the Bombers total to 11-7, 11-8, 74. Here on 6PR 3AW footy to 3-15-33, and that is on the Cinepec Premium Lubricant scoreboard.
Hearn plays on out of fullback for West Coast. Drives the ball up through the middle of the ground. McGovern attacked it, knocked it down. Rioli, slick hands to Redden. Now the 1-2. Good passage here from West Coast. Rioli keeps it moving, but then they lose it. He flicked it up. He was trying to get to Lacroix. It's been turned back over by Essendon, though, and Gaff's got it middle of the ground. Got runners out wide, still inside the centre square. Schofield straightens up. He goes long. He's going for goal from about 75. That's going to come up short.
That's poor play from an experienced player. And Essendon were piling numbers back. They just lowered the eyes. There was a couple of options there.
Goddard was able to get back to take the mark, and now it's with Myers in the back pocket. 11.874 the Bombers, 3:15.33 West Coast. Strong mark to McKernan. That one will be paid at half-back. Just had the reacher post to Cole. So right half-back Essendon. As they poke it up the wing, Bill Chambers takes the mark. Going to be tough for Glenn Jakovic and Luke McFarlane, I think, tonight to find the 5 votes in the Tony Barlow Menswear Player of the Season. $5,000 wardrobe up for grabs as Waterman, who looks like he might have been swung back, has taken a mark at half-back.
Oh, that's what you do. You find out he's had a tough night up forward, see how he goes down back and play a different role, play on some good players that are down there at the minute.
So half-back, Duggan sends it up to half-forward, off the hands of Yo, gathered by McInnes, quickly up to the 50, knocked away from Ryan, and controlled nicely by Essendon. McKenna able to slip the tackle of Ryan and send it back out to McKernan, who marks. Just repeating that score in Russia. The Socceroos trailing Denmark 1-0. Christian Eriksen 7 minutes into the match, scoring for Denmark.
Yes, not a good start. As the ball has been transferred to the half-forward flank, Guelphy wheels inboard, and then had a man just cruising past, and it's David Myers, a couple of WA boys there, kicking the ball to the pocket, and Devon Smith too wide out in the full. And it'll be a free kick to an Eagle. Just not sure who wants to take it. Tommy Cole was running away. Now he's called back by the umpire. Hand pass off to Jetta. Jetta then kicks the ball outside defensive 50. The game's opening up a bit here. Cripps to Gaff. Gaff's had a lot of the footy. Possession number 28. Kicks the ball to the attacking 50. Up comes Ryan on his own. Took the mark. Kicks it to the goal square. Does it get a bounce? Lacroix dodging and then arching the back and snapping a goal. The goal of the day for Toyota Material Handling.
Well, a bit of run and bounce off the half-back line, and as was said, the game has opened up a bit for those that are willing to still work. There's a lot of tired players out there. They're able to move it pretty slick through the middle of the ground, and Liam Ryan just took a good mark on that occasion. He's flown for a few tonight, but hasn't always hung on to them, but took a strong mark on that occasion, got it on quickly, and Mark Lacroix just using a bit of skill, snapped the ball over his body.
He's absolutely spent, Mark Lacroix. He just mustered enough energy to get that one through.
He certainly worked hard in this last quarter. He had a set shot before through some hard gut running to find space, and that's what you want your leaders to continue to fight it out throughout the game. It's all over, but you've got to find out other options and other methods when you're having a poor loss like this tonight.
11.874 the Bombers. 4 goals, 15.39 West Coast. As out of the middle, Cripps crashed in off the half-forward line, and he wins possession, sends it to Marston. West Coast trying to build inside 50 again. He gets the handball to Shuey, who gets back onto his right boot and lays it up to a danger area, but Hurley stands underneath and takes a nice defensive mark.
They've done that really well, Essendon's tools, whether it's Hurley, Bell Chambers. They've sucked back, and that high ball, they forced West Coast through. Good pressure upfield by the Bombers.
That was their 50th inside 50, Paps, to the Bombers 43.
Again, not able to make the most of their opportunities. West Coast had a lot against Sydney last week as well. Ball at half forward, one back by the Eagles. Penetrating kick now from Jetta. Liam Ryan trying to leap over the top. Couldn't do so. And Hooker controlled it nicely again. Hurley able to send it short. And the mark taken by McGrath, right back pocket.
He wasted that opportunity, Liam Ryan. He had a beautiful sit.
Just got his timing wrong, didn't he? He just got under it a bit.
Rare for him. He's an expert at getting his timing right.
Langford, half-back for the Bombers. Up the wing. Natanui is spoiled down. Cripps to Jetta, and very casually just got past McDonald, Tip and Woody. Quick kick inside 50, but only as far as Hooker, who intercepts again for Essendon. 17 minutes gone now in the final quarter for Cinepec Premium Lubricants. 4 goals, 15 plays, 11 goals, 8. Out to half-back. McDonald, Tip and Woody there. Duggan spoiled it down. Cripps taken high. It was an awkward one from Guelphy. Advantage
trouble for that.
Will be taken. And long to the top of the square. And Hooker again. A strong mark of the round. Contender for Diamond Precast. It's probably the third intercept mark he's had in the last 5 minutes.
3v2 and the 2 for West Coast. Ryan and Rioli. West Coast is not really playing smart footy. I know the game is over, but play to your forward's advantage.
But look at this. Hurley 10 marks. That was Hooker's 8th mark. So they've just been really strong in the air. Luke called it early. As Redmond, good tackle there by Shuey. Ball's in dispute here. Picked up by Jetta. Gave it to Shuey. Nice, neat little work in confined space. Beautiful. And then he sends one home. Is it a goal? I think it might be. That is the goal of the day. Really nice goal here in 6PR 3AW. Goals of the round for Toyota Material Handling. They've got forklifts you can trust.
Well, for Luke Shuey, he needs to just get through the game. He's coming off a hamstring last week. Tough game against Sydney. Tough against tonight. Had a few moments. One of those moments just remind us he is a class player. Just got to get some run and conditioning back in those legs of his.
Yeah, it's a nice finish, Luke Shuey. But
good tackle, yeah.
Going back to the Essendon backs, we spoke about a number of their key backs taking some marks tonight, and they've really enjoyed playing in defence because a lot of the footy coming in has been bombed in and just really played into their hands, and similar to Sydney game last week as well. So to play in defence at the moment against West Coast, you can take a few marks. They're kicking it back to you.
So ball back in the middle of the ground. Natanui against Bell Chambers. Clearly Natanui with the head out. Myers kicked then smothered. Jetta after it. Paddling it wide for Cole.
Yeah.
Slung the handball away. It was only as far as Smith, who kicked it straight back to Cole, who dropped it, then threw it up, and he's given it straight to McDonald, Tipperwoody. Unguarded goal square, but Shepherd gets back.
Why don't they
Just
try
in
and
the
kick
nick
them
of
through
time.
on the full instead of trying to dribble them through like that? What's that?
And if he'd given that a bit more height, he didn't dribble it, he hit it low.
Well, he tried to. If it had a bounce, it was what I meant, dribbled through.
So the Eagles have got it back. Cripps switches. Back pocket, Shannon Hearn. Sting went out of this one quite some time ago. It was an amazing first quarter from Essendon, kicking 6 unanswered goals. They kicked the first 8 of the match before West Coast finally got one through Nick Natanui about 11 minutes into the second quarter, and they've just held firm since then, the Bombers. McGovern just came off the interchange bench and intercepts a mark, and he takes it and sends it long. Tough one for Marston because Bill Chambers was floating from the other direction and has taken a good mark for Essendon.
Now, he's not fatigued, McGovern. He's just come off the interchange. Great intercept mark, but that kick in the forward line, they've done that time and time tonight into the hands of Bell Chambers, Hooker and Co.
Sard with a great kick from half back out to the wing to find Heppel in some space. Then up to McDonald, Tipperwoody. Just trying to show Cole a clean pair of heels. Touches the ball on the ground. He couldn't get past 2 tacklers. He's still got a handball away. Then Heppel dispossessed, and now he's holding the ball. He just about escaped there, McDonald, Tipperwoody. When the scoreboard is as it is, you can take the game on.
That's right. He's been doing it all night from the outset, so he's chock full of confidence at the moment in his ability to get himself out of trouble.
So last 2 goals for the Eagles, 3 of the last 4 in the game. So far in this quarter, they've kicked 3 goals to 2, so a marginal win. It was 37 points at quarter time, 40 at the half, back to 37 points at 3/4 time. So the Eagles as close as they've been at any major break right now. As Redden tapped it down, gave it off to Yo. Yo hooks a ball in the Lysett direction. And, he had it and lost it. To get his arms chopped, And now Bell Chambers received from McGrath back to Hurley, and Hurley's kick is pretty ordinary, but Bagley made it look really good. He lunged and took a fine mark, didn't he, there? The Diamond Precast.
51,409, second smallest crowd for a West Coast game at Perth Stadium.
Thursday night footy, see? If it had been on a Saturday or Sunday, probably mainly Saturday from what I've seen from WA people, that's when they light their footy, Saturday night,
But still, they set a record, Steve Allen, 7 consecutive home games, over 50,000 people. So that's an AFL record.
Pretty positive, Jacko. Very good of you.
Yeah, I think it's
magnificent
great.
Stadium, good turnout. A lot of people, more people getting an opportunity to come to live footy. And that's what we like. There's the AFL over 1 million members now. And that was had last week as the ball's kicked forward downfield. And it was kicked forward by Goddard, but in the end, Shannon Hearn has to spin around. Then his hand pass was ugly. Well done by Duggan. Got away 2 times, but not the third. So hand pass to the ground, and in came Hearn again, who dished it off to Gaff, and onto the left, a high ball, down towards Yo. Bounce past him. Taken by Nick Natanui. Hand pass across to Shuey. Hand pass terrible for Lysett. Lysett was okay to Yo. Men in the corridor. Look, Hutchings could have gone to Schofield. Instead goes down the line to McGovern, who comes up and takes a strong mark. He's gone forward, McGovern, late in this game. The West Coast Eagles need 5 goals in 3 minutes 45. I don't think it's going to happen. Here's McGovern chipping one inside 50 for Redden, and Redden has taken it.
Yeah, nice mark, McGovern, against a pretty good defender in Michael Hurley. Was right up behind him, but strong pair of hands, as we know. But a nice entry kick as well, just lowered his vision. Haven't done that a lot this evening, West Coast, but found Redden just inside 50.
So Redden to have a shot. Cinnapeg Premier. Oh my goodness me!
What's going on with him today?
It is terrible.
Kicked into the man on the mark.
No, that's what you're doing under 10s. I saw them out there at the girls' game that were out there at half time. Seriously.
It's not an excuse. It's just they look heavy in the legs, Carl, and he just he was lumbering in that run up.
Matt Nui wins it from the ruck contest and snaps, and he's snicked the stick, and it's a point.
Another point, Carl.
Yeah, so that's 16 of them. 5-16 to 11-8. How many's that? 21 scoring shots to 19. The Eagles had more shots. Look how many are off the boot, Luke. Count all those points off the boot.
Yep.
Carl, look what's happened. Back in play. It's happened again. It's in the goal square, perhaps.
Start played on at a fullback, slipped over. Lysa gets a handball to Cripps, and he's missed it. Another fresh air shot. Another fresh air shot from West Coast in the goal square. That time Cripps not able to make contact. What is going on out there tonight? It is bizarre. It's been a dirty night for the Eagles tonight. As the ball's out, it's a half-back for the Bombers. Heppel gets it away. Langford. We laugh up here. I'm sure the Eagles coaching staff aren't laughing tonight. There's McKenna, who tried just a little Gaelic football manoeuvre, just to chip it over the top of his opponent and try and send it to his own advantage. He gained a few extra metres.
Nearly came off, didn't it?
We've seen him use those Irish skills earlier on this season.
Carl. Look, he missed his Sards.
So we see the replay. Sard slipped over. The handball from Lycett went back over the head, and then Cripps had a shot and missed it completely. There's a camera electronic replay. We see McKenna using those Gaelic skills again. Slick handballs by the Bombers out on the wing. It's almost stopped to a walk as time ticks away in this final term. West Coast have it half back. Marston to Jetta. He'll kick a long high ball to centre half forward. 1-on-1 here. Cripps will mark just opposed to Sard. He's got it right on the paint of 50. Inside 2 minutes to go. Loose checky on the mark from Sard allows Cripps no problem with the connection that time, and he bangs it through from long range. 2 goals for Jamie Cripps. Essendon 11-8-74. West Coast now move up to 52. The scoreline actually starting to look a little bit respectable, but it's not really a reflection
it's
on
been
the game.
It's been a horrible night, and as Luke called it before, the game was starting to open up. A few sore bodies. Essendon took all the sting out of West Coast early. They're really ferocious on their head on the football in the contest, and they're going to come away with a win. It's just a bit of junk time goals there, Adam.
Let's go downstairs to Frizz Ferguson for Coates Hire.
Redmond's been on the bench for quite a while. He's been with the doctors and he's had some tests, but it looks like he's finishing the game on the bench.
And an update from Russia. It is now 1-1 in that match between the Socceroos and Denmark. The Socceroos converted a penalty.
Out of the middle go the West Coast Eagles. McGovern the target, but it was a low pass and he couldn't dominate the air, and in the end they've been able to hold it up across half back. 6PR3AW footy. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. You can join us on our open line after the game for Toolmart. Get the right tool from the start. As through the corridor go the Bombers. Stringer running, kicking, and he finds his target. And it is going to be Langford who's going to go back and take the shot on goal.
That off-the-line kick from Goddard. We've seen that a bit tonight from all of them, really. It's just been devastating to West Coast. They really open up the play. And on that occasion, there was a couple of Essendon players in the midfield all by themselves, and they got the ball moving into the hands of Kyle Langford. So they've been really slick tonight, Essendon.
So Eagles have missed 13 shots on goal. The Bombers have missed 6. Let's see what Langford can do. The Eagles been ruining the lack of opportunity. They've had a couple of windies as well that we haven't included. That kick from Langford is really nice. Look at that. And that's what it is. Good kicking, good football, and the Bombers are home. 12-8-80. We've only got 35 seconds to play here on 6PR3RW. Cinnapec Premium Lubricant Scoreboard. The Eagles stuck on 6-12-52. The margin back out to 28.
Yeah, you call that line kicking off the line kick, but Goddard and Stringer, no substitute, Luke, as you mentioned before, for good good foot skills under pressure and moving the ball fast play. That's when Essendon, like West Coast, have thrown it right at it, trying to get a few more goals late in this game. But when they go fast play Essendon tonight, and they did it from the first quarter, their leg speed was one thing, but their ball movement was really impressive tonight.
35 seconds remain in the match on the Tyre Power clock. Bombers have had it in the bag virtually since quarter time. It's hacked by Essendon back up towards the 50. Stringer overrunning it, as did Jeddah. He was looking for a free kick. Yo now tackled, taken to ground. And it will be a ball up. 55 metres out from the Essendon goal. It's been a superb performance from the Bombers. Thrown up, off hands. Shuey got it to Yo. Clearing kick wide. Out into a bit of space. Shepherd lays a strong tackle on Langford, who kicked the last goal. Gaff. Now for Marston. Around his body. Back up the wing. And McGovern, well, not paid the mark. He still thinks he is, and that will do it at Optus Stadium. It has been a huge Thursday night for the Bombers. They came across and they conquered a side that was equal top of the table. Essendon with a big upset win, 12-8-80 to 6-16-52. 29 minutes that final quarter lasting for Sinopec Premium Lubricants. And it was the Bombers, 12-8-80 to 6-16-52. What a performance.